Hello, wrestling fans of the world. I'm Skylar Mars, and welcome to the Mars TV podcast. I'm very excited because I've been watching this guy on YouTube for, I want to say, the better part of a year through FSW, which is Future Stars of Wrestling out of Vegas, and West Coast Wrestling Connection, which I believe works out of Oregon. Am I right in saying that?
That's right.
All right, goes by Crash Test Cody or Cut Throat Cody, but either way, here is the man himself. Cody, thank you for coming on to the show.
Of course, Mr. Mars, thank you for having me. It's Cut Throat Cody now. I'm done with the crash test stuff. Got beat up just a little bit too much, so I prefer to beat the people up instead now.
Ah, that makes a lot of sense. Now, that's actually
right?
That's actually really cool because one of my questions on you was your gimmick seems to kind of evolve a lot because a year ago when I started watching you, I'm not sure if I have this right, but you were with the Following in FSW.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you were working with a lot with I think this is more recently with Mikey O'Shea and West Coast Wrestling Connection, and now you said tomorrow you're going on in Europe, right?
Well, yeah, the Europe thing is strictly for going to see my girlfriend out there. She is a magician on a cruise line, and that's definitely not wrestling related. I'm just kind of gonna enjoy some. I'm gonna enjoy some me time for right now. And with that being said, I've got 5 days until I see her, so I'm very thankful for that. But as far as the evolution of my character goes, I started training in 2007, and there wasn't really much going on in Vegas until 2009, and I worked the first FSW show under the name Junk Bond Trader, which wasn't actually my wrestling name. It was just my MySpace name for those who knew what MySpace was. It was the name of a song. But Joe DeFalco ended up booking me as Junk Bond Trader, and then after the match, he's like, "You didn't really look like a Junk Bond Trader. I didn't see a tire or a briefcase. You kind of look like a Crash Test Dummy, so what do you think about Crash Test Cody?" And I just took the ball and I ran from there with it.
That's got to be a lot of cool. Has there ever been things with your gimmick you may be looking forward to doing or haven't done yet?
Right now, I'm just mainly focused on being back at FSW. I did make a decision to step away from the Crash Test Cody character and go back to the Cut Throat Cody character. So when I was in the Following, I ended up debuting Cut Throat Cody, and then I kind of revised Cut Throat Cody for WCWC as well as Paragon Pro Wrestling. But Cut Throat Cody is honestly where I feel that I'm better able to take care of the things that I need to take care of for myself, and I'm also able to get my artistic vision out into the world as Cut Throat Cody.
I see. So this is all more of this is best for me, and this is what I want to bring into the world.
Yes.
That is
correct.
That makes a lot of sense, and I thought this would be funny to ask. I had a personal question. I know you're stepping away from Crash Test, but in the most recent match I saw you in as Crash Test, which against Sugar Brown in WCWC, and you had this catchphrase, "Will there be an accident?" Do you use that a lot?
That's actually something that I've used every now and again, and I actually got that from a band called Placebo. And there's a song that they have called Infrared. And one of the lines in the song is, "Someone call an ambulance, there's going to be an accident." So I'm a really big music fan. So a lot of the things that I put into the world are heavily inspired by music. I'm sure that you saw I had a David Bowie-inspired mask for that match.
Yep, I didn't notice that. I was going to ask about that. I didn't know if that was a specific reference into that.
Yes. Once again, I'm a big music fan, so I find a way to mix that world into my world. So if I can get it in, I can get it in.
Any specific ones you'd like to point out?
As far as like bands go?
Yeah, like any ones you personally enjoy?
I kind of am a emotional roller coaster when it comes to music, man. There's times that I'm listening to Elliott Smith. You know, I'm a really big fan of Elliott Smith, and he was a singer-songwriter type that he dealt a lot with depression and drug use.
Wow.
Huge fan of him. But then on the same in the same CD book, you know, I've got Demo Border, which is a Norwegian black metal band. I like Cradle of Filth. And then, once again, turning that over, I'm also a big fan of Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. Listen to a lot of Interpol. You know, it's anything that I can actually attach myself to, I can attach myself to in as far as emotion, as well as past experiences and things of that nature.
Now, another thing is, you say you're stepping away from the Crash Test name because you were getting beat up a lot and you'd like to do more of the beating up. I have this right, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so...
That's correct.
Was this more of just being the crazy guy gimmick that ended up you're doing, like, the things that kind of get you beat up more?
No, because, once again, the whole entire direction that I'm going in right now is I'm the bringer of light. And as the bringer of light, I have a vision. And my vision and my mantra, as it were, is self-preservation is the highest law. And I'm going to do whatever I have to do to preserve myself and my body. So if somebody crosses me, I'm going to have to put them down. And sometimes I have to kind of go about it in a sneaky way. More times than not, but I end up getting what I need to get in the end, and what I need to do is I need to preserve myself and the minds and the sinews of professional wrestling fans.
I get that. So is it more about, I don't know, like physically preserving yourself or like making an impact? I'm not sure I'm understanding this.
It's both. It's being able to be the one that walks away, not being the one that gets walked on.
Oh.
It's being able to get what belongs to you. And for years and years and years, I was used as a stepping stone for others to get what they wanted and what they needed. But now I'm going to be the one that is stepping on others to get what I want and get what I need.
You've clearly put a lot of thought into this.
Yes, I have.
Now, as someone who wants to be a professional wrestler and someone who's obsessive, I spend sometimes even an unhealthy amount of time thinking about wrestling. Is this something that you do as well? Like just time and time, just thought onto this?
Okay, so I'm gonna leave you with a little bit of advice, and I'm definitely going to leave a door cracked for you if you ever want to have a more in-depth conversation.
Okay.
So I'm going to leave you with this, and I actually got this from a stand-up comedian.
That's hilarious.
Are you familiar with Patton Oswalt?
It sounds familiar, but I don't think I've actually seen his work.
Okay, well, Patton Oswalt is a gentleman who, very funny guy, but he said something in the Comedians of Comedy, and it went along the lines of, if you want to be successful at something, you have to obsess over it to the point where it's unhealthy. And he was saying that about comedy, but it's the same thing with wrestling. It's the same thing with any type of artistic vision that you have. You have to eat it, you have to breathe it, you have to live it, you have to sleep it. And honestly, it's people like you that keep us going.
Now,
so yes, obsess.
All right, that makes a lot of sense. But speaking of, it's guys like us who keep you going, the fans. Is this the new direction you're going in? Is this kind of a heel thing? And if so, what do you feel the pros and cons of being heel and not being heel? Which do you enjoy more? You know, take us there.
Well, once again, I don't really necessarily view myself as a bad guy. I view myself as somebody that had a lot of bad that happened to him that had to stand for what he believed in. And what I believe in, once again, is myself held in a regard that other people can respect. And whether they paint me up to be a villain or people want to paint me up to be a hero, that's entirely up to them, but I really don't care either way. And if somebody feels like they think that they're going to fuel my fire by drinking for me, they're very sadly mistaken. That's not going to fuel my fire. If anything, it's going to make me want to just punch them in the face instead of the person I'm punching in the face. That's kind of a roundabout way to go about it, but I'm doing what I have to do, once again, to share my vision. And if people want to join me, they're more than welcome to. And if they don't want to join me, they can be blinded by my vision.
Blinded by your light.
Correct.
I like that. You should use that.
So once again, the hashtag is Ring the Light. I'm going to close out with letting people know that if they want to follow me on social media, my Instagram is
Cody, you're cutting out a little bit.
Okay, so
Cody, you there?
hello?
I'm very sorry. You were cutting out there.
Don't be sorry at all, but I'm just going to close out with letting people know that my Instagram is Cut Throat Cody. If people want to find me over Facebook, I go by my full name, Cody Hancock. And if people want to follow me on Twitter, the handle is Crash Test Cody. So just thank you for having me, Mr. Mars, and I look forward to talking with you soon.
All right, no problem, man. Thank you very much for coming on to the show.